Brain, 1986. Brain, released in 1986 from Lahore, Pakistan, is widely recognized as the first major PC virus. It infected IBM PCs running MS-DOS by rewriting the boot sector and tagging itself with the line, "Welcome to the dungeon." It was only 7 KB, yet it demonstrated the possibility of large-scale digital spread long before the public understood what a virus even was. Its advantage was technical elegance. Brain was stealthy for its time, using simple sector redirects to hide its presence and avoid immediate removal. It showcased the idea of resonant code long before enterprise security existed.
Its flaw was that it overwrote disk sectors without user consent, often corrupting data. Because it exploited the boot sector, inexperienced users had almost no way to recover the drive. Brain accidentally ignited a global virus industry, and it proved one fact: computers were now vulnerable organisms.
Morris worm, 1988. The Morris worm launched in 1988 and infected roughly 10% of the early internet, about 6,000 machines at the time, by exploiting vulnerabilities in sendmail, finger, and weak passwords. It was only 99 lines of code, yet it jammed networks, slowed entire universities, and forced emergency shutdowns. Its strength was scale. It demonstrated how a worm, unlike a virus, needed no human action to spread. It traveled across ARPANET like wildfire, revealing that the internet's openness was both a miracle and a liability. Its downfall was its aggressive replication strategy. The worm kept reinfecting the same systems, consuming CPU cycles until networks collapsed. Its creator became the first person convicted under the U.S. Computer Fraud and Abuse Act, setting legal precedent for cybercrime.
Michelangelo, 1992. Michelangelo, discovered in 1991 and programmed to activate on March 6, 1992, triggered the world's first mass panic era of virus coverage. Media outlets claimed it could destroy millions of PCs worldwide by overwriting the master boot record. Its killer feature, if it can be called that, was its destructive payload. It didn't steal files, it erased them. The idea of a timed, date-activated digital bomb created widespread fear that sold enormous amounts of antivirus software. Its weakness was overhype. Only a few thousand computers were damaged. Michelangelo showed that psychological impact often outweighs technical sophistication. It proved that fear could spread faster than code.
Macroviruses, concept, Melissa, late 1990s. Macroviruses emerged in the mid-1990s when Microsoft Word introduced macros using Visual Basic for applications. Instead of attacking operating systems, these viruses infected documents, making everyday files dangerous for the first time. Their advantage was portability. A Word document could carry malicious instructions across Windows, Mac, and Office networks without needing administrator privileges. Melissa, in 1999, spread so fast it forced Microsoft to shut down incoming email. Their weakness was dependence on macro execution. Once Office introduced security prompts and macro blocking by default, the attack surface shrank dramatically. Macroviruses marked the first time productivity tools became global attack vectors.
Email social engineering, I Love You 2000. I Love You, released in May 2000, infected over 45 million systems and caused an estimated $10 billion in damages. It spread through Outlook by sending itself to every contact in the user's address book under the irresistible subject line, I love you. Its strength was pure psychological engineering. No exploit, no vulnerability, just human curiosity. Opening a simple VBS attachment could overwrite images, audio files, and system scripts. Its weakness was transparency. The moment users stopped opening suspicious attachments, infections collapsed. I Love You proved that human error, not software, is often the dominant security flaw. It also pushed email filters and attachment restrictions into mainstream IT policy.
Network worms, Code Red, SQL Slammer 2001 to 2003. Code Red in 2001 exploited a buffer overflow in Microsoft's IIS web server and infected over 350,000 machines in hours. SQL Slammer in 2013 infected most of its global victims in 10 minutes, doubling in size every 8.5 seconds. Their advantage was speed. These worms scanned IP ranges aggressively, bypassing humans entirely and demonstrating that unpatched systems could be overrun faster than administrators could react. Their limitation was noise. They flooded networks so aggressively that the traffic surge exposed their presence instantly. Firewalls, rate limiting, and patching culture evolved directly in response to these outbreaks. Polymorphic and Metamorphic malware, mid-2000s. Polymorphic viruses became dominant in the mid-2000s. Instead of using a single static signature, they encrypted their payload and mutated their code structure with every infection. Metamorphic variants rewrote themselves entirely, instruction by instruction. Their advantage was invisibility.
Traditional antivirus relied on static signatures, and these mutating viruses generated millions of unique variants, overwhelming detection systems. Their flaw was complexity. Creating reliable polymorphic engines required advanced coding and often slowed down the malware itself. But this era marked the beginning of the modern AV arms race, machine learning versus mutation. Botnets and Crimeware, Conficker, Zeus, late 2000s. Conficker in 2008 infected millions of Windows systems and formed massive botnets that could be rented for DDoS attacks. Zeus in 2007 built a new cybercriminal economy by stealing banking credentials on an industrial scale. Their strength was monetization. Crimeware shifted malware from hobbyist vandalism to organized profit. Botnets could deliver spam at scale, launch coordinated attacks, or harvest financial data. Their weakness was centralization. Command and control servers became single points of failure. Law enforcement learned to dismantle entire networks by seizing just a handful of servers. But these attacks created the blueprint for modern cybercrime syndicates.
Nation-state malware, Stuxnet, 2010. Stuxnet, discovered in 2010, represented a new evolutionary branch, malware engineered by nation-states. It targeted Iran's Natanz nuclear facility using 4 zero-day exploits and extremely precise industrial control system payloads. Its strength was surgical accuracy. Stuxnet manipulated centrifuge speeds while feeding operators fake data. It showed that malware could destroy physical infrastructure as effectively as conventional sabotage. Its flaw was exposure. Once Stuxnet escaped into the wild, it revealed techniques that other nations and advanced attackers could study. Its discovery marked the beginning of modern cyber warfare.
Climax, adaptive AI-generated IoT and supply chain malware present near future. Modern malware families, Agent Tesla, Emotet, Redline, Lockbit, now integrate modular architectures, encrypted communication, and subscription-style ransomware as a service models. But the frontier is shifting toward autonomous, AI-generated polymorphism and supply chain infiltration. Their advantage is persistence. Firmware-level malware can survive disk wipes. AI-generated mutators can create thousands of variants per minute. Supply chain attacks, SolarWinds, CCleaner, infect victims before they even download the software. IoT devices add billions of insecure endpoints, forming future botnets far larger than anything Conficker commanded. Their vulnerability is dependency. Advanced malware requires infrastructure, anonymity networks, and stable C2 channels. Any disruption can cripple operations. But this new era makes one fact unavoidable. The next major virus may never need a human author at all. AI-assisted generation means malware evolution is accelerating beyond traditional human coding speed. The trajectory is clear. Early viruses played pranks, mid-era worms crashed networks, Crimeware built shadow economies, and nation-state tools targeted infrastructure. The next generation won't just spread, it will adapt, evolve, and rewrite itself in real time.